One of the best things about real estate media is the business grows by itself via referrals. At least if you build your business correctly and set things up in the right way, most of your clients long term are going to come from referrals from other clients, which basically means that when a client works with you, they become sort of an unpaid salesperson for your business. And that's awesome because if you're anything like me, you don't really like selling and you know that it's necessary to help you grow your business. You have to get those initial few clients. But once you have a base of clients, they are going to do the selling for you and they are going to be the ones driving the growth of your business, at least the majority of it. And once you get your business to a certain point, like at my business, for example, we have well over 1,000 clients. We simply don't have to do anything to grow the business and we get between 30 and 40 new clients on an average month. And so in this video, I'm gonna show you the 6 things that I highly encourage you not to do if you want to keep your clients happy and therefore be able to get referrals from your clients. And the crazy thing about these 6 things is most photographers do them, and that's not good. And number 2 is they think that that's good business practice. They think that those things and the way they do them is helping their business. And it's not only not helping it, but it's actually hurting it. It's taking it in the wrong direction. And why this is, I have no idea. I think a lot of it comes from other parts of the photography industry where you have to worry about some of these things. But in real estate media, all they do is hold you back and they prevent you from growing your business. So in this video, not only am I going to share what those 6 things are, and help you not do them, I'm gonna show you how you can turn them around and leverage them to be an asset for your business. So for example, most of these things our competitors do. And we specifically make it a point to say we don't do these things. And that is of value to our clients. And that's why we get so many referrals at my photo business. So here we go. Number 1 is policies that the agent just doesn't like or doesn't really make sense to the agent. Here's what a couple of those look like. Number 1 is just complicated stuff around photo rights. And I understand that as a photographer, legally, when you snap the photo, you own the rights to it. But that doesn't mean that's how you need to run your business or how you need to act. And so what I saw in my business early on is I took some of that ideology and I was like, great, if an agent steals my photos or uses them or buys them from the other agent or wants to sell them to a new agent, I would be all mad about it. I'd reach out to the agent and be like, you can't do that. That's not how this works. And the agent was always mad, and most of them didn't use me again after that because they're like, why would you want to deal with someone who treats you like that, even if that person's right? They don't. They think that if they pay you for the photos, they own them. And again, it's not right, but if you make your client wrong, you can often lose the client. So you have to make a decision whether it's more important to keep the client or be right about something that doesn't really matter. And on the other side of that, we've had a lot of occasions where one agent will list the house and will shoot the photos for that agent, and they will either sell them to the next agent if they failed to sell the house, or the next agent who lists the house will ask if they can buy them from us. Legally, they absolutely can, right? But every single time that I've sold the photos to that new agent, the same photos that I shot for the initial agent, that initial agent was mad about it and it was always a big deal. Again, are they right? No, but you don't want to make them wrong because that is how you lose a client. So here's how we handle this at my photo business in a way that definitely doesn't lose us clients and on occasion has actually gained us clients. So in the first scenario, let's say you find your photos being used by an agent who didn't pay you for them, right? Maybe it's a new agent listing the house, whatever. What I used to do and what a lot of photographers do is reach out and be, hey, you can't use those photos, you need to pay me for them. Now I reach out and say, hey, I'm so glad you liked our photos. I just wanted to reach out and let you know that we are the photographer on those and we would love the chance to earn your business for your next listing. Are we legally allowed to charge him and try to make a scene about it? Absolutely. Is that a good idea? Probably not. Every time we do that, we almost always gain the client because they liked our photos and we were super friendly to work with. And then in the other case, when you have a house that failed to sell and the agent comes to us wanting to buy the same photos they listed with the first time, we don't sell them to that agent. We tell them that we'll reshoot it. And we always explain, hey, legally we're allowed to sell them to you, but our policy is that we're always going to shoot new photos because every time we've sold photos in the past, someone's irritated about it. And so just to save you the call from the other agent and any kind of drama, we'd love to come shoot them for you. We charge the same to license them and reshoot them, so it doesn't cost you anything more, and we'd love to make that happen. We can give you a fresh look on the property as well. That makes that other agent happy, right? So that is how we handle that, and we never have a problem now that we do that. Number 2, and I get how painfully obvious this sounds, but don't be late to shoots. We see a lot of photographers that will either give an arrival range of maybe 1 to 1:20, or they say 1 o'clock and they show up at 1:08. And here's what we've seen. Number 1, at my business, we've always tried to be on time, and we have a motto that 5 minutes early is right on time. We've done that since the start, and you don't know how many comments I've got from agents saying they love that we're always on time because they have so many vendors that are always late. It wastes a lot of their time, and even worse, they have to sit there and make small talk with their clients while trying to explain why their vendor's a few minutes late. So It's one of those things that some people don't care if you're a few minutes late, others really do, but nobody cares if you're on time. So it's a good idea to have that policy in your company where 5 minutes early is right on time. Again, it will help you get more referrals, it'll help you keep your agents enjoying you and hopefully referring your services. Then when it comes to giving a time block, I know that that'd be super convenient, but then they have to wait that whole time block if they want to meet you there. And so again, we want to build systems that work for our clients. Number 3 is a ton of photographers have a policy in place where the house needs to be photo ready when they get there. And I totally understand that. All of us like a house that's ready to go when you show up. The problem is that's just not reality. The agent also wants the house to be ready, but oftentimes it's hard to convince their sellers to do everything they need to get the house ready. And so at our business, we build out in our schedule 15 minutes of prep to try to get the house ready. Do we use it every time? No. Do we use it a lot of the time? Probably. But what we tell the agent is we're gonna spend that 15 minutes. If we have longer, we'll spend a little longer, but we're always trying to be careful not to be late to our next appointment. And so we always tell them that if they have it ready to go as good as they can, we can use that 15 minutes making it perfect. And if it's not ready to go, we'll do as much as we can in that 15, 20 minutes or whatever we can squeeze in to get it ready. So many compliments and so many good reviews have come from agents because we're willing to do that. We've even had some tell us that our local competition says they're not allowed to move items due to their insurance policy, which I've had multiple different insurance policies for Norman & Young, and I've never seen that as a stipulation, so I think it's just a cover up to say that they don't want to get the house ready. So again, you may have this attitude that, hey, it's not my job as the photographer to get the house ready. And you're right, it's not your job, but if you make it your job, you're going to get a lot of client loyalty and a ton of client referrals, and you're going to be able to grow a great business. So again, I understand you don't want to clean the house, but think long term. Think about what your business would look like if you get 500 or 1,000 clients in a team, instead of how much it isn't fun to spend 12 minutes prepping the house. You do that, you're going to have a much bigger business. Number 4 is not going out of the way to make the client's client have a great experience. So you want that homeowner to have an awesome experience, and this is gonna do 2 things for your business. Number 1, when you go in and you shoot a home, it is very early in that relationship between the client and the real estate agent. So the real estate agent is really still trying to get this deal to happen, right? Because they're just at the front of the transaction about ready to list the house. And so the way you interact with that client is how that client thinks of the real estate agent. You are part of their team in their eyes. And so if you don't go out of the way to dress nicely, have a great communication process for when you get there, one thing we always do at our business is introduce ourselves to the homeowners, obviously, but then we explain what we're gonna do. Hey, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start inside. I'm gonna start on that side of the house. I'm gonna work my way this way. If you wouldn't mind going in that bedroom for now, that'll make sure I don't catch you in any shots. And then as soon as I'm done inside, I'll come get you and I'll finish with the outside. That way I don't track anything through your house. If you have any questions along the way, let me know. And then we always ask them if it's okay if we move items, if we're allowed to move a thing or two in their house, because you always wanna get their permission. So we do that, and that gets us so many rave reviews to the real estate agent. Like, we will have homeowners at our business very frequently tell the real estate agent or text the real estate agent and say, hey, that photographer was awesome, thanks so much. And they always screenshot it and send it to us, right? And so we go out of our way to try to make the client's client have the best experience possible. And the second thing that does, like I mentioned earlier, is if the real estate agent trusts you to represent them well with a client, they will stop showing up to shoots. And when they don't show up to shoots, it is so much faster for you, right? You have less people to deal with. It's easier. They'll start trusting you with vacant shoots as well, where you can just go anytime, and it makes your life so much easier. So don't forget that the client's client is your client. Don't make any stupid policies that makes them not like the experience. Like they have to, take all their pets and flee. Just do stuff that makes it easier for them, and it's crazy what will happen with your business. Number 5 is don't make an agent wait. And there's multiple ways you can do this. The first way is when it comes to booking shoots, you can have a system like Spiro that we use that automatically allows agents to go in and book and confirm a time without talking to you. That way, if it's the middle of the night and they're trying to book a shoot or you're at a shoot, there's not this delay in communication, right? And then speaking of that, moving forward, if an agent has a retouch request, go out of your way to make that happen as fast as humanly possible, even if that means hiring a VA. Everything you do should be speed oriented. And that also includes when you're on location shooting. There are a lot of photographers that, because of the photographer in them, want everything to be perfect, and they spend a lot of time in the house. We try to spend 45 minutes at the most with at least some of our regular photo package. Obviously, if it's a huge house or like an expanded package, it's gonna take longer, but on average, we try to spend 45 minutes or less because that gets the real estate agent in and out of there more quickly and on with the rest of their day. And again, this is something that I'm not just saying because we think it works. We constantly get feedback from real estate agents that they love how quick our process is and that we can be in and out. And remember, the things that they care about are not necessarily the things that you care about. They don't necessarily wanna sit there and spend forever talking to their client trying to make small small talk. They'd rather get in and get out and get on to the next thing. So everything you have should be focused on being as quick and efficient as possible for the agent while still making sure to get them the result that they need. And number 6 is don't put policies in place that barely make you any money and irritate your clients every time you use them. What that looks like is distance fees that just don't make sense. Try to clean that up, make it simple. Try not to charge distance fees whenever you can, especially if it's an area you want to grow in the future. Sometimes it's inevitable, but don't nickel and dime them over stuff like that. Late fees and rescheduling fees. So like if they are late to the shoot and you have to wait to get in, don't charge them a fee for that. It's crazy how many photographers do that. If they have to reschedule, don't charge them a fee for that unless you feel like you absolutely need to, but I would argue that you don't. We never have at my photo business. Because again, the agent wants the house to be shot and listed so they can get their commission check. And so they are disappointed as well when that house isn't ready or when the seller has to reschedule. And adding on a little bit of pain to that for the $50 that it's gonna get you isn't worth the annoyance to that client, because in this business, like we talked about at the start of this video, it is all about that compounding growth of referrals. And so you really have to think about the long term and think, hey, is this $50 that I'm getting now worth any irritation to the client at all? Probably not, right? And so we never charge fees like that. We only charge distance fees if it's way outside of our service radius. We try to go out of our way to just generally be as accommodating as possible to our clients. Speaking of accommodating, if you could sum up like the message of this video in one word, it would be accommodating. That is the most important thing you can do at your business. So if you approach everything you set up, the way you structure your business, the way you set up your systems, the way you are at shoots, if you just say, how can I be more accommodating to these clients? What that's going to do is create a business that your clients love working with. And when they love working with you, they refer you. Not everyone will refer you, but you will get agents who will refer you like crazy. We have some agents who are probably responsible for hundreds and hundreds of clients downstream from their initial referrals and all of those referrals since then. So think long-term about your business. Don't think about how you can make $1 today, because none of that matters. Think about how you can make continued money and compounding money in the future, because that is the power of this industry. I talk about the 3 R's of this industry that make it awesome, which are repeat, referral, and required. I have a whole nother YouTube video on that, but referral is the strongest one of them all. You literally can grow your business once you get a few clients by not doing anything else except making it the best experience possible and letting your clients refer you. Anyway, Happy New Year. I hope you have an awesome year and you're able to crush your goals in real estate media. And if you haven't checked out coaching yet, we'd love to work with you one-on-one in our coaching program. So you'll find the link below to apply and talk with Rod, Carl, or Philippe on my team about exactly what your goals are and how we can help you. It doesn't matter if you're starting from zero or you already have an established photo business. We have a program for you and we'd love to be able to help you grow your business, and we actually guarantee our results depending on what you're looking for. So highly encourage you to see what that could look like for you. It just simply will make your year stronger if you're committed to building the best possible real estate media business that you can. I'll see you in the next video.